Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until... well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Right, hi there folks, I'm going to be starting recording, just, you know, everybody and their dog is doing it now. It's just really, I'm going to have, my plan is to have a load of different videos, you know, I was mostly focusing on doing some cooking tutorials, so if you're interested in that or you want to learn, then I shall have those up shortly. I just need to get the equipment for that, but in the meantime I'm going to be doing some gaming videos, just because it's easy. I can, you know, I've got all the software on my desktop already and I can record it, you know, whenever I feel like it. So I'm just going to be playing Half-Life 2 for my first Let's Play, if you want to call it that, for my first playthrough, the first game, just because it's one I enjoy, one I've played pretty much back to front. This is Half-Life 2 update, which is it's a free mod for anybody that owns Half-Life 2, and basically it adds new lighting, particle effects. It basically fixes all the issues that Valve are too lazy to fix. You know, they're too busy selling weapon skins on CSGO and hats on Team Fortress 2. If you don't like the sound of my voice, actually, just give me some feedback if you wish. This is like the first time I'm doing this, so I don't know if I'm talking too much or too little. Any feedback's appreciated, really, if it's good or bad.
About that beer I owed you. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa.
Also, let me know if the audio is too quiet. I spent like 40 minutes trying to get things to sound perfect from the game and myself. Unfortunately, my voice is the way it is, so I can't really do an awful lot about that. But I've tried to get them level.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman! I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea how to get him here.
Well, as long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it is.
Very well. And, Gordon, good to see you.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr. Kleiner's lab. Oh, man, that's what I was afraid of. Get in here, Gordon, before you blow my cover. Pile up some stuff to get through that window. Keep going till you're in the plaza. I'll meet up with you later.
I shall also be doing a few achievement guides. Those will be they'll be into separate videos. I'll try and keep quiet during the story parts, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm sure everyone's played Half-Life 2 by now, and if you haven't, it's probably like five quid on Steam or something. I'm recording these at about 60 frames per second, but I'll be uploading them at about 30 frames. I think that should be a comfortable enough viewing experience. If it's not, then let me know, but I don't want to spend 2 days uploading one video. I don't have the best upload speed.
Hey, you! In here! Head for the roof! There's no time to lose!
I do plan on doing much newer games as well. I just needed to, I just wanted to get my foot in the door, so to speak. And seeing as this is my favourite game of all time, I thought this would be the best place to start, really. I'm not all that confident about my own voice, but there we go. So everyone's got to start somewhere.
No, you don't.
Dr. Freeman, I presume. You better hurry. The Combine can be slow to wake, but once they're up, you don't want to get in their way. Dr. Kleiner said you'd be coming this way. I don't think it occurred to him that you might not have a map. I'm Alex Vance. My father worked with you back in Black Mesa. I'm sure you don't remember me, though. Man, a few words, aren't you? Remember him from Black Mesa? Your old administrator. Don't get my dad started on Dr. Breen. Through here. Funny, you showing up on this day in particular. We've been helping people escape the city on foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab, through the old canals. Today, we're finally on the verge of having a better way. Here, let me buy you a drink. Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
Blast that little... Where did she get to? Lamar! Come out of there!
Uh-oh, everything all right, Dr. Kleiner?
Oh, hello, Alex. Well, almost all right. Lamar has gotten out of her crate again. If I didn't know better, I'd suspect Barney of trapping and... My goodness. Gordon Freeman. It really is you, isn't it?
I found him wandering around outside. Bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake. I must say, Gordon, you come at a very opportune time. Alex has just installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass your loveliness.
Let's just see if this thing works, okay?
Well, is he here? There you are. Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive. We can't keep him here long, Doc. It'll jeopardize everything we've worked for.
Don't worry, he's coming with me.
That's right, Barney. This is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean it's working? For real this time? Because I still have nightmares about that cat.
No, there's nothing to be nervous about.
cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, Since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of the cities. What?
If you're wondering about that whole cat thing, obviously it's never explained. But in the cut files for the game, it was discovered they originally had a recording, and basically the cat gets turned inside out, and Valve thought it was probably a good idea to take that out. So it's kind of just mentioned, but they never ever talk about it. But for some reason they just left the lines in. Half-Life 2 was pretty much my my first Steam game. I'm sure it was a load of people's first Steam game. Most people, when Steam was first released, most people didn't really like it. I never really had, you know, too much of an issue with it. I found it was okay.
Well, Gordon, I see your HEV suit still fits you like a glove. At least the glove parts do. I've made a few modifications, but I'll just acquaint you with the essentials. Now let's see. The Mark V hazardous environment suit has been redesigned for comfort and utility. Oh dear.
Doc, we don't have time for this.
Meanwhile, let's get this show on the road.
But yeah, during story bits, I'll try not to talk so much. These videos might be more entertaining if I record the first time I play, as opposed to, you know, knowing the game back to front. Although maybe I can bring in some little interesting trivia bits. So there's that. I'll stop the self-promotion in a second. But if you are interested in the whole cooking thing, I'm going to be doing sort of tutorials ranging from sort of all difficulties. So if you've never cooked before but you want to, or you know how to boil an egg and that's about it, then that's fine. Everyone's got to start somewhere. I fairly enjoy cooking, so you know, once I get the equipment in and once I've got it all set up, then I should be doing those as well. And again, any thoughts would be appreciated. You know, I'm sure there's going to be about like 30 views on this video, and that's going to be about it, but who cares? You got to start somewhere.
Initializing in 3, 2, 1. So excellent.
You gonna let Gordon throw the switch?
Gordon, go right ahead. Very good. Final sequence. Commencing now.
I can't look.
Okay.
Well, did it work?
See for yourself.
Hey, Doc.
Thank goodness. My relief is almost palpable.
Fantastic work, isn't it?
Well, I can't take all the credit. Dr. Freeman proved an able assistant.
Let's go ahead and bring Gordon through now.
Right you are. Speak to you again in a few moments.
Good job, Gordon. Throwing that switch and all. I can see your MIT education really pays for itself.
All right, Barney. Your turn.
Gee, thanks.
Gordon, as soon as you're in position, we'll send you to Eli's.
And not a moment too soon.
Excellent. Initializing in 3, 2, 1. Barney, if you'll be so kind.
Good luck out there, Gordon.
Yes, indeed. We're ready to project you, Gordon. Bon voyage, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Final sequence.
The hell? What is it? You're a freaking headhunter! Come on! Look out! Is Lamar with you? Forget about that thing!
He's coming through, Dad.
What's going on, Judy?
I'm not sure. It seems to be some kind of interference.
Gordon, stay put. You'll get drowned.
Something's drawing him away.
What's the meaning of this?
Who are you?
here. Don't worry, Gordon.
There he is! Oh, we're losing it again.
The man I saw. I'm all but certain it was Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, so there's an interesting thing about this. I think it's called an ichthyosaur. I can't remember how it's pronounced to save my life. But there's an interesting thing about that NPC there. It's actually, it is, you know, it's fully coded, and it could be used, but it's only used for that one scene, and then it's never used, never seen or used ever again. It doesn't appear in episode 1 or episode 2 either, and we're probably never going to get Half-Life 3 now, because if you haven't heard, pretty much a load of different people that worked on Half-Life 2 and Half-Life, they've all decided to leave Valve.
Get out of City 17 as fast as you can, Gordon. Take the old canal.
Which, I mean, I can't blame them. Valve's really gone downhill. Gone downhill recently. I mean, Greenlight's a mess. The store page is a mess. All they seem to care about is CS:GO weapon skins, Team Fortress 2 hats, and the market. I mean, if you spend any time on the community forums, then you know what a complete mess it is. It's just, and there's like 30 mods or so that have to deal with the entirety of, you know, the millions of users. But yeah, anyway, this mod took a few years to make. I'm not entirely sure why it took so long. I mean, this mod comes with developer commentary, so you can listen to people's thoughts on the game. But yeah, I mean, it's basically just added better lighting effects and particle effects, really. So I don't know why it's taken so long for them to make, but it's nice to play an actual working version of Half-Life 2. This game's pretty much removed all of the bugs that Half-Life 2 had, or most of them anyway. I don't want to say every single one. I don't know if you remember a few years back when Valve did the Steam Pipe update. It basically, the majority of source games broke. I mean, this game was a nightmare. I mean, Half-Life 1 didn't even work at all. Map files were missing, and this one, if you did certain things, other triggers wouldn't work. I'm going to do these in about, I plan on doing these in about hour length recordings, just to see what it's like. If the upload takes too long, then I'll split them up into 20-minute recordings. That seems to be what most people use, is the 20-minute mark. I'm playing this through on normal. Usually I play on hard, but for the sake of this recording, I'll be playing on normal.